All right, welcome everybody here to the Old Farts Sim Racing League, where they're turning laps at Atlanta. Going to be running 100 fast laps here tonight. Good to see some of these guys out here practicing. They've been doing some really fast laps, as you can probably see here. Great to see them out here. This one of their favorite tracks, I believe. They do run a lot of races here, and rightfully so. It is a good track, good facility. And I got my good old buddy Ed Hewitt in the booth with me there. Welcome, Ed.
Hey, thank you, Rudy. How are we doing tonight?
Very good, very good. Atlanta track, Ed, I think one of our favorites, ain't it?
Yes, it is, Rudy. Awesome track.
I think it's one of everybody's favorites.
It is. Well, Daytona, Talladega. Here we come, Rudy.
Mile-and-a-half oval. I think we're going to see a good race here tonight. They've been working on trying to clean up some of the incidents and stuff on the track, laid down a few new rules, and it's what it takes. I know we've been kind of cracking down in our league a little bit too, so it's that's what you got to do, I guess, to make sure that everybody is running at the cleanest race that they can possibly run out there without causing a lot of problems on the track. So good to see. Changes are always good. Well, maybe not always, but most of the time changes are good. They try to make changes to make things better, and my hat's off to them. Hoping that everything does work. Only a couple of races left in this season before they start the new season, and I think he said that they were going to be off for a couple, and maybe 2 to 4 weeks, while they get some other things implemented, and so only a couple more races after tonight in this season.
Okay, Rudy, got my cameras all set. We're ready to rock and roll.
All right, buddy. Good deal.
Usually I do that way. You're there talking, and I just go there. All right, let's set all the cameras, get them all set up, so when I can look back up and not hear all the commotion on the track. I mean, I could watch the race and broadcast it, and then I don't hear no chatter.
Absolutely. Well, Ed, I think we're going to see a lot of side-by-side racing here, I think, to get started. And then, as usual with the Old Farts here, they do put on a great show for the viewers. And I think after a little while here, I think they're going to start getting like single file, and I think we're going to see battles around the track, all around the track. Each guy is like in their own group of guys, around guys that are about the same speed, same talent, and that's where we're going to see the battles. We're not going to see a battle with somebody that maybe is a little slower than a guy that's faster, because those guys are going to be in front. So, but I think we're going to see some great battles all the way around the track is what I'm trying to get out.
Oh, definitely, Rudy. And I was going to mention, Rudy, on Atlanta track, you got to be careful with the white line at the bottom of this track. You hit that white line at the bottom, this truck will come around on you. So you got to be careful about that tonight, Rudy.
Of course, yes. Yeah, that's always, it seems like every track that we go to, that white line, boy, you just don't want to touch that thing.
No, definitely not, Rudy. And we always talk about every track we go to, Rudy. It's about, saving your equipment. Worry about at the end. Make sure you get a good pit stop. If you get any damage, make sure you and your crew picks it all up, get you back out on the track. So it's all about strategy here tonight, Rudy. We're doing 100 laps here at Atlanta here, and it's all about patience. And like I said, I always talk about save your equipment, how you're getting into turns, where the brake. Watch the driver in front of you, Rudy. You don't run that driver over. Give him plenty of room. I noticed out there practicing tonight, Rudy, on this track with some of these guys. The fast line to me, Rudy, is the middle line there. Some of these guys can run that bottom line, but I just couldn't get my truck to hook up down there. But that's how they set the truck up, about your steering ratio, and the guys get in the pit there and straighten you up there and tell you what line to run out so you can get out there and show off your stuff for this week.
Roger that. All right, coming down to 6 minutes here until they start their qualifying runs. Yeah, I think we're going to see a good race here tonight. I think the racing here has improved tremendously. A lot more respect out on the track. Not so much where the guys are wanting to beat and bang on each other. I heard a couple of them saying something about 3 wide out there, and some were not for it, and others were saying, "Oh, that'll make good racing." So I don't know. 3 wide in a track like this is just not a 3 wide track.
Yeah, it sure ain't, Rudy. It can be done. You just got to be. I mean, if you got a guy holding the bottom and one guy holding the middle, and that guy up on the high side, it's really going to be tough against that wall. You got to hold that wheel. You'll be white knuckling that wheel to hold it up there. So I don't know. We might see a lot of 3 wide, Rudy, and we might not. We'll see what happens today.
Yeah. I don't expect to see a whole lot. I think the guys, even though some of them were saying, "Oh, that makes for good racing," those are the guys that you're not going to see pushing it to go 3 wide.
Well, definitely not, Rudy. And I don't think I want to put myself in a placement that, I don't want to get wrecked out going 3 wide, because that's possible here at Atlanta. And like I said, that guy in that low side hits that white line. Guess where he's going? He's going up in that middle lane, and hope the guy in the middle lane does not go up and hit the guy in the outside lane. That's the only trouble about Atlanta. It's a little slippery. Start out, you got to warm those tires up. They do go away after a while, but that's when you notice your tires, notice your fuel, and you might want to pit and get some fresh tires on that truck tonight.
Yes, sir. I think something that we usually talk about is pit stops. I think we're going to see pretty much 4 tire pit stops here almost every time, unless we get down to 10 to go or whatever. Then we may see guys only take 2 or maybe no tires. But definitely 4 tires is a premium out here. This track, I'm not going to say it likes to eat tires as much as some of the other tracks, but this is, as hard as you push this, it does have a tendency to take the tires away from you.
Yeah, it sure does, Rudy. And like we always talk about, Rudy, what's our number one thing? Save that equipment.
Yep, that's right.
But all in all, Rudy, I think it's going to be a fun race tonight. Do you have a pick for our race tonight, Rudy?
Ooh, I knew you were going to ask that. I think I haven't seen him in the race yet. I'm not sure. Maybe he is in the race. I think I'm going to have to go with Tommy Lee.
Okay, buddy. I'm gonna go. Guess who I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with the number 66, Tom Hedron.
Oh, that's a good pick. Dang it. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I like his style. Every time I watch him on the track.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good pick. They're all good picks. These guys here really do run well.
We have Tom Hedron Sr. in here tonight, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna go with Junior.
All right. Well, I know Gary Lowe is pretty tough, and he could probably pull out the pole here tonight. But it's going to be that long run, the long run overall, and I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of him for the long haul. Even though he's a pretty tough customer out on the track, don't know what kind of setup he's got for the long haul, and that's why I'm kind of picking Tommy Lee. I think so. Tommy Lee definitely. He likes to set his trucks up for the long haul.
Yeah, 10-4, Rudy. Well, good luck on your pick tonight, Rudy, and I hope he does well.
Same to you.
Thank you, buddy. Oh man, I want to tell you, Rudy, it's been a while since I've been in the booth, man. It just feels good to come up and sit with you and talk to you, man. I'm glad to be back here. I know I haven't been there for a while for you. I'm trying to do our stuff and on admin channels, and it's just been crazy. But it just feels good to be in the booth with you again, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good to have you with me.
Hey, guy, it's like, you keep on going, though. If a guy can't show up, you fill the spot and hope you can move on,
Yeah. Sometimes it's tough finding people, but...
Yeah, it sure is, Rudy.
Frank G, he's another good one, too. That's what I'm saying. There's so many good picks out here.
If you want to pick two drivers tonight, that's how it would be, Rudy.
No, it's just so hard to choose from because they're all so good, and you just don't know how it's all going to come about when it comes down to the end.
Well, look at Dave Swindell. He's another good driver out there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They're all good drivers. Don't get me wrong, Rudy. I guess my thing is to make you good drivers is keep out of trouble. That will get you at the end.
Yeah. Well, I just hope Tommy don't let me down. Tommy, you're my pick for the night. You better bring it to victory lane, buddy.
All right, we got a bet going out here, Rudy.
Looks like practice is over, and we're going to be heading here to qualifying in just a minute. All right. So tires being premium, green flag pit stops, my favorite part of a whole race. I love to see green flag pit stops. I have seen so many races won and lost on pit road. Just to kind of, go over that real quick. These guys here don't make a lot of mistakes, and I gotta give them a pat on the back for that. They really do hit their marks when it comes down pit road and stuff. Getting off of turn 3, because actually you kind of drop down in the exit of turn 3 going into turn 4 to get on pit road. It is a little funky, it is a little squirrely, and you got to be hard on them brakes. And I have seen a few guys spin it around coming down on pit road. So that's something that they're going to have to really watch for here tonight. Hitting their marks on pit road, making sure that they don't slide through their pit stops. That's going to be another big thing out there for these guys. So a lot of the things that we're going to try to be watching for here tonight is these guys do 100 laps, and I believe this is going to be a pretty good race here for these guys. One of their favorite tracks.
Yeah, it sure is, Rudy. Like I said, we talked about all the drivers here tonight. Old farts are racing here. A great bunch of guys over here. We come over and commentate, Rudy. I think we're going to see a good race. A lot of give and take. These guys do. They're just like I said. They're a bunch of good guys, and I'm so excited here to be here and watch these guys race here at Atlanta tonight, Rudy. Okay. Yep, you'll need a drink after this one.
All right, some times coming in here. Looks like Alcina. Oh, Beach coming in with a 7:51, knocking Alcina off of the pole. Just our first lap here, a couple of them. So we may see Gary Lowe bring that thing in yet on the pole. Definitely was fastest in practice. But look at that. A very tight field there. Top 7 all within 51 thousandths of a second.
Boy, I see that, Rudy. Boy, that's tough right there.
That's pretty tight.
Look at our W. Ziegler up there. Wow. Up to 6th spot he did. Thomas Lee up there pulling at the 5th spot.
Not sure if anybody's going to be able to touch that 7:51. Well, that's a pretty tough time right there. In the past, Ed, we've seen some of these guys like Tommy Lee, Travis Townsend start in the back of the field, and trying to maybe see if they could maybe run a little bit more conservative race and save it for the end of the race. But I'm not seeing that today. These guys have qualified in their. Travis comes in 3rd and Tommy Lee in 6th, so obviously they've decided they're not going to start in the back of the field. We've got Wayne Finley out there. Good to see Wayne out there. Comes in with a very fast time too. The top 10 all within 51 thousandths of a second. Man, I'm telling you.
That's smoking the track there, Rudy, for sure. I don't know if I would sit in the back. I want to be honest with Rudy. I think I'd try to get a fast lap to try to get up my truck up towards the front. I don't know if I'd sit in the back. I know some of these guys can do it. They'll sit in the back, and all of a sudden they'll win the race because they saved equipment. They rode in the back. Well, here's my thing when we're sitting at Atlanta. Anything can happen at Atlanta, Rudy. You can get into a wreck quick here. So I don't know. I think I'd be up in the front.
Yeah. You're right. But, I have seen them guys do that. Here just a few weeks ago they did that, and not sure if they just didn't make the qualifying grid, didn't make it in the server in time to make it, but, did not qualify and wound up, both of them finished, I think, in the top 5, so, a great race. But, Gary Lowe, kind of look for him to get that thing up there. So, all right, we're going to go through Beach. Gonna take I think that's Jason Beach.
Jason Beach.
Yes, sir.
Look at your man, Rudy. Your man's in 6 spots. That's awesome. My man is in 12th spot, so we're doing good.
So as soon as these
here we go.
take the grid here, well, let's get down here, and we'll run through the qualifying order. Beach has not taken the grid yet. All right, Jason Beach on the pole there with a 29.751 in the number 26. Alcina starting outside of him in the number 85. Travis Townsend starting in 3rd in the number 83. Matt Smith in 4th position in the 07. In 5th, the 38 of Gary Lowe. In 6th, the 33 of Tommy Lee. In 7th, the number 8 of R.W. Ziegler. In 8th, the 99 of L.G. Whaley. Boy, he almost looks like that thing's like sunk down. And we've been having some freaky things happen to these here since that build. Like, it looks like his truck's going to just like roll over on the track. In 9th place, the 56 of Joe Fisher. In 10th, the number 43 of Wayne Finley. In 11th, the 03 of Derek Cormier. In 12th, the 66 of Tom Hevron. In 13th, the 13 of Frank G. In 14th, the 84 of Gerald Carroll. In 15th, the number 1 of Dave Swindell. In 16th, the number 86 of Lloyd Jones. In 17th, the number 60 of Gerald Livingston. Aaron Reeder starting in the 18th place in the number 3. Christopher Perryman in the number 41 starting 19th. In 20th, the 54 of Kirk Fielder. In 21st, the 91 of Kevin Baker. In 22nd, the number 4 of Robert Felzine. In 23rd, the 65 of Eddie Asaf. In 24th, the 35 of Tom Serrato. In 25th, don't look like he's there, Doug Hevron starting in the 26th position in the number 22. In 27th, Dave Bowden. In 28th, Earl Lateral not there. Michael Martin starting 29th. Tom Hevron Sr. not starting. J. Paul Jones 32nd. Alan McEwen back here in 34th. And Brent Lai taking up the rear of the field. Taking up the rear of the field. All right, let's get back up here to the front. Ed, and you want to call this down as we're getting ready to start?
Yes, we are, Rudy. We're getting ready to rock and roll. Hey, pace car's in, Rudy. Green flag drops. Here we go. Boogie, boogie, guys. Let's go racing. You, Jason Beach, can hold that truck out there in the front there, Rudy. Thomas Lee right on his bumper. I'm sorry, Travis Townsend.
Yeah, Travis Townsend. I was going to say. Tommy Lee.
Boy, that, yeah, I was looking at his pay there. Just a familiar pay. That's all. Sorry about that, Travis.
All right, and already Alcina falling back a little ways. It started there on the outside of the pole, already falling back to about the 5th place. LG Whaley coming up through the field. Right behind Tommy Lee, keeping a low profile on that low line. Tommy Lee up to 4th. LG Whaley coming into 5th. Alcina still stuck up on that high side. That's a bad thing about that, Ed. You get stuck up on that high side and you can't get back down. Man, you just get freight trained by everybody on the low line.
Yeah, you sure do, Rudy. Especially you get up on that low line, you've got to be careful because that truck will slide up like towards the middle. So if you guys get in line and just run that middle line there, you're going to be better off. I would stay with that low line because you're going to get run over.
Yeah, Alcina's clear back in 6th place now after starting 2nd just because of that. He could not get that truck down on the low line. And he's got, looks like he's got maybe somebody here. Matt Smith might be looking to maybe give him a challenge in the near future. Quite a field of trucks here, Ed. This is awesome.
This sure is. Yeah, it is.
This is really awesome.
I'm watching the back of the field there, Rudy, and just seeing what happens back here. Everything looks good so far. 03's blinking a little bit, Rudy.
Like we had 30 trucks take the grid, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it sure is, buddy.
Heck of a field here. It looks like Wayne Finley might be ducking out here, taking a peek on the inside of Frank G. Good battle side by side, them two coming out of turn 4. Frank G looks like is going to cross the line a little bit ahead of Wayne Finley, but Wayne does have the line here. Still not being able to get by Frank G, though.
It's good to see Rudy, the Kevin Baker, too. They're running the MaxSpeedTV logo. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, good deal. Like to see that.
Yeah, we do, Rudy. Anything with MaxSpeedTV, we enjoy that a lot, guys.
Yes, thank you very much, Kevin. Them two side by side with the 22 of Doug Hebron. Doug is another one. He likes to slide it in on here every once in a while. And I'll tell you what, he's a heck of an aggressive racer. Now he takes to the low line to get by Christopher Perryman up on the high side.
Yeah, he sure did, Rudy. Boy, he took a jump back, come up that high side, and just dropped it right there in the low side, and past that the 91 there, Kevin there, Baker 2 there, just say, hey, I'm running inside.
Yeah, he is going to get another run.
Well, Christopher Pierman there got a little loose there, boy. He saved it, gathered it up, though.
All right, Travis Townsend up front, still trying to reel in our leader, Jason Beach. And looks like he's just kind of riding right there now. But Tommy Lee does move into the third place. Gary Lowe fourth. LG Whaley in fifth.
I think it's going to let it settle down a little bit, let the truck do the work. Try to save the equipment, like we talked about, Rudy. These trucks, the tires will wear a little bit, so you probably have to lift a little earlier. So, that's what we like to hear.
Yeah, these definitely, I think everybody is settling in a little bit now. Oh, and our leader blinked out. Jason Beach was gone for a second there. That's a little freaky to somebody like Travis Townsend. Looks like Travis taking a peek now on the inside of Jason Beach, but couldn't make that pass complete. Gary Lowe running in fourth, LG Whaley fifth, Al Cena still running in the sixth spot, Matt Smith seventh, R.W. Ziegler in eighth, and we've still got a side-by-side battle here with Wayne Finley and Frank G. Them two have been battling since the drop of the green flag. And it looks like Frank G is going to pull out and crosses over the nose of Wayne Finley. Takes over that position. Going back here, Tom Hebron, your pick, Ed, running in the 11th spot.
Yeah, he looks like he looks like he's settling in there and just, driving the track. You're looking good on the track, buddy. He really is. Right
behind him, Frank G. Oh, like talking about Derek Cormier was up there before. I'm sorry. My bad. I got to look at my list. Dang.
Yeah, it looks like Frank G's riding the 13th spot. Nice, sorry, Rudy, the 12th spot he's running. Joe Fisher is running in the 13th spot, Rudy. Dave Swindell running in the 14th spot. There's Doug Hebron running the 15th spot.
Good battle going on here. Just nose to tail, these guys are really just kind of playing it cool right now, like you said, Ed. Just taking it easy, making sure that, they keep everything clean. Oh, we got a couple of them diving down to the bottom. And that's what they do when they get a little bit loose. They kind of want to go down, and you got to kind of chase the truck down there when it wants to go loose like that. So.
Yeah, it's funny how that wheel will turn to the left real quick for you, Rudy.
Yeah, ooh, man. It makes everybody behind you a little nervous. All right, these guys here nose to tail. Travis Townsend still putting the pressure on Jason Beach up in the front here. Great battles going on all around the track. Well, let's go back and check on Robert Felsine back here. Good side-by-side battle going on with him and Christopher Perry, or I'm sorry, not Christopher Perryman, Kevin Baker. I looked at that number wrong. Here we are 16 laps into it, Ed, and man, I don't want to jinx it. No cautions yet. Everybody running really well. Way off of the pace. Looks like Tom Serrato back here. Not sure what happened to him, but he is way off of the pace. 10 seconds behind our leader, and nobody back here to kind of use a little bit of their draft, you know. But
yeah, I noticed him, Rudy. I was watching there for lap after lap. He looked like he's just settling there, taking his time. I think he's waiting for the caution to come out there. Maybe something else will happen there, and then he just fell backwards. That's all he did.
Tommy Lee gets by Travis Townsend now to move into the second spot. So not sure what's going on with Travis. Might be just kind of playing it cool right now. We missed that
Yeah,
pass.
I think he might be right, Rudy. I think he's just taking it easy. We got a long, long race to go. I think he's just going to settle in and take third for a while and don't burn those tires up so quickly.
That's for sure.
We're on lap 18 here. Guys are doing an awesome job here, running single file right here. There's a couple passes there and here on the track, but all in all, Reed, looking good.
Tommy Lee looking to the inside of Jason Beach to take that position away from him.
Oh, he sure does, Rudy. That looks like he's going to get it, and Travis is going to follow him right through there.
Yeah, and yeah, they've kind of got him stuck up on the high side, and you can see how close they are running. They're within a few inches of each other. Wow, that was an amazing shot right there.
Oh, it sure was.
Travis Townsend got a nose up under him as well, and boy, I'll tell you, if he can't get that truck back down, he's just going to get freight trained here, Ed. Gary Lowe now is looking to the inside too, but manages to save it. So wow, great racing going on everywhere. Tommy Lee does take over that front running position.
I don't know how long Tommy can run on that low bomb though, Rudy. But I mean, you got to be eating that right front tire right up, man, and running that low side.
Oh, definitely, yes. I agree. All right, Jason back to third. And let's go back a little bit further. He's going to have to duck it in now to the low line right ahead of LG Whaley here. And he's going to fall back to fourth.
Yeah, he sure is, man. I saw him go backwards right there. And at least he got back in line there, Rudy, and hope for the best. I guess they're going to run that low line coming up off the turns here, Rudy. They're going into turns, and they drive it right to that low line. Maybe it's a safer place to be, but I just couldn't drive it there. I was up in the right in the middle lane, and I thought that was faster, but maybe not. Some of these guys like that low side.
Well, I know in the turns, you've got to take it down as low as you can and then chase it up the track and take it out toward the wall. And that's, pretty much kind of like a queue line around here. And these guys really, really doing well here.
Oh, they sure are. Yeah, I was watching that. Some of these guys lap after lap, and you're right, Reed. That's what they're doing. They're chasing it down to the low line and chasing it back up to the wall.
So yeah, quite a freight train up in the front here going through.
Oh, we have a yellow
caution.
Oh, the 56.
Aaron Reeder.
Joe Fisher, boy, got into that.
Yeah. We got a bunch of them getting torn up here. So, all right, well, let's take a ride along here. Let's go back to Aaron Reeder, because I'm showing him something happened to him.
Looks like the one, Rudy. Dave Swindell gets in the back of the 3 and starts the mayhem.
Yep, coming right out of turn 2 right here. The 1 comes right up the hill and into the 3.
Yep, it sure does, Rudy.
And then he hits him again the second time as well. And the 56 getting into it. Oh, man. And that causes a bunch of damaged trucks out here. So, all right, well, they can get them down on pit road, get them fixed up. Well, let's see if our leaders want to come down. All the leaders are on pit road, Ed.
Like I always talk about, you got to get off that throttle just a little bit, man. Don't run that guy over. We always talk about that, Rudy.
So everybody coming down pit road. Tommy Lee stopping in his pit stall. A couple of guys driving straight through.
Be fuel only, Rudy. I don't know. That's a tall, man. I think I'd rather take 4 tires and get back on the track.
Yeah, I'm seeing pretty much everybody else. Well, not everybody, but a lot of the guys taking 4. Some of them only taking 2. Looked like Tommy Lee and Travis Townsend only took 2 tires.
No, I see. I thought I just looked at Tommy Lee. He took 4 tires.
You're right. Yep.
Yeah, I was watching everybody's pit there for sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it looks like everybody took 4 tires.
I think that's a good call from those pit crews there, Rudy. It's I mean, if you get a long run, you want 4 sets of tires.
J. Paul Jones did not pit, and he is going to be our new leader when they come around here. We may see him come down pit road anyhow, though.
Yeah, you have to be done with lead a lap, Rudy, maybe just for that extra point.
That could be, yes. I know that's pretty important to a lot of guys that, to get that 1 lap that they want. Nope, he's coming down pit road now.
Oh, he sure is.
So that's.
Well, the rest of these guys up in the front did not pit, Rudy, right?
Yeah, they did. Oh, okay. The ones that are ahead of the leaders, I believe those are lap down trucks.
Okay, 10-4.
J. Paul Jones on pit road now. Right side's went on, left side's going on. So 4 tire pit change for J. Paul Jones.
Oh, it sure is, Rudy.
All right, back up here. Our leader's going to be Tommy Lee again. So I think maybe what we ought to do, Ed, is get down here and see if we can't get a word in with somebody. How about we get a word in with Doug Hevron?
There we go, buddy. That's all his race is doing.
See if we can
clear the channel for you, buddy.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Doug Hevron, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Rudy, I sure do.
Well, first off, Doug, how's your truck running for you out there tonight?
Well, it seems to be pretty good there. I didn't get any practice or any qualifying in, so we started back in the pack and managed to get up here to 11th so far, but I've been running it pretty hard, and it seems to be holding up pretty good. If I can get up with the lead pack, maybe I can ride and save my tires a little bit, but that was a good 23 or 4 lap run for us, and we'll see what happens here.
All right, Doug. Well, good luck out there tonight, brother. Looks like a lot of pretty tough racing up front here. These guys being pretty tough customers. So good luck out there, and we'll talk to you later on.
Okay, thanks, Rudy.
All right, going to try to get it up to the front, he says. And he's working his way up through. Let's go back here real quick and check in. Doug, come on, work with me, please. Started 26th and up to the 11th position now. So he has picked up a ton of positions here tonight, Ed.
Yeah, he sure has. He's got that truck on a rail right now. Like I said, he started 26 and moved that truck up to 11th. That's an awesome job right there.
Sure is. He's working it up through the field good.
Driving that Penzo Chevrolet up there.
All right, Ed, you're coming around, and I'll go ahead and call this one down. We'll get this thing back under green flag conditions again.
Okay, Rudy.
Everybody doubled up. Pace car ducks off. Green flag flies. Quite a space between looked like Travis Townsend and I can't make out who that was, but I think Jason Beach laid back a little bit there. And Tommy Lee and Travis Townsend almost come together. Looked like Travis, he wasn't looking when he thought that was clear and went to come down, and Tommy Lee was there, and he backed it off just for a split second.
He sure did. I think they're trying to hook up there, Rudy, to stay together there, maybe pull away from the field.
Yeah, I don't know how good that's going to work for them, but we might see it. They are really, really showing some muscle now. Travis actually giving Tommy a little bit of a bump draft down the front stretch. And drafting, is very important here. You wouldn't think it would be, but Travis taking a peek on the inside now. Tommy Lee closes the door.
Sure did. He closed the door. Hurry up. He quit that, right? You ain't going nowhere.
I think them two are up where they want to be now. Gary Lowe, another one that fastest in practice, right there on their back bumper. Definitely wanting to get up here and lead some laps. The only ones we've had lead laps is Jason Beach and Tommy Lee. So the only ones that have led. Looks like Wayne Finley and Lloyd Jones are out of the race, taking their trucks behind pit wall. So still 28 drivers on the track, all on the lead lap. That's good.
Yeah, Doug Hevron and Tom Hevron going at it. 8th to 9th spot, Rudy.
Yeah, some good racing going on here, and that's...
we have a yellow.
Oh, another yellow flag. Oh, wow. Looked like maybe the 35 there of Tom Serrato might have been involved in that. So let's go here and watch and see what happened.
It's a 91 until he got loose.
Yeah, he looked like he might have pulled out a little bit to avoid missing Dave Swindell right there. And when he did, he just completely lost control of it. So 91 bringing out the caution.
No, 10 forward.
Kevin Baker. So, but that was a great save by him, though. I mean, for what he tried to save, it was pretty good.
Right. Yeah. It looks like he's got a little left side damage on that back of that truck.
All right, Tommy Lee continuing to lead out here. He's led 14 laps. Caution number 2 out. We've only had one lead change. So good long green flag run there at the beginning, Ed. 23, 24 laps. And, let's talk about that a little bit. Some of these rules that they've kind of put into place here, I think have kind of tightened up the field a little bit. The guys are given a little bit more respect out on the track, and what we're seeing so far is we've just seen, I don't know, just spins that, well, Dave Swindell did come up into Aaron Reeder there, but they could have been a misjudgment by Dave Swindell because he don't make mistakes like that, and it just could have been a misjudgment. So kind of changing up the field a little bit here. Going to be starting Travis Townsend second, Gary Lowe third, Alcina fourth, Matt Smith fifth, Doug Hevron now up to sixth. He gained a lot of positions on that by staying out. Frank G in seventh, Robert Felzine up to eighth, David Bowden in ninth, Michael Martin 10th, Dave Swindell up to 11th, Eddie Asaf in 12th, Gerald Carroll in 13th, LG Whaley back to 14th, and rounding out the top 15, there's our pole sitter, Jason Beach. So been a pretty good race so far, ain't it, Ed?
Yeah, it's been an awesome race. It's too bad, like we're talking about, you get fresh tires or something on the track happen and make that caution come out. Getting in the turn there and self-spin there, Rudy, that's what was a little damage there. You almost saved it. It was a good run. It was an awesome job to most of these guys that are up in the front here for sure.
Yeah, the thing, I think sometimes they forget, like after a caution like that and everybody takes fresh tires, you got to let a little bit of heat get built up in them tires for them to get good bite. And I think sometimes, and I'm guilty of it as well as probably everybody out there, you kind of want to stick with the group, and if your setup allows a good run with fresh tires, then you're okay. But if not, you got to kind of play it cool for a lap and let some heat build up, and then you can get up there and race with these guys. And I think that's what we were seeing earlier as the field kind of got stretched out a little bit, where the guys were trying to kind of play it cool, and of course that lets the leaders, the faster guys, get out ahead a little bit and makes it harder for you to group up. But a caution does kind of take that out of it, brings everybody back up together. And as we always say, cautions breed cautions, Ed.
Oh, they sure do. You're right on that, Rudy. And we were hoping that's going to happen here tonight, but yeah, things happen on the Atlanta track. But we're going back to green here shortly here, Rudy.
Roger that. Call it down for me there, buddy.
You got it, Rudy.
Getting a little warm in here.
Pace car ducks in, Rudy. Green flag waves. Boogie, 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 guys. Let's go racing. Tommy leaving down. Tommy going to leave him down that first lap here.
Notice that Travis is on that outside, and if he can't get down, he could possibly get freight trained by starting with Gary Lowe, but it looks like he stays out ahead just enough to stay in that second position. So
he sure does. He's sure pushing Tommy Lee there, drafting him down that front stretch there, and the back stretch here. Now we're up on the front stretch here, Rudy. I'm going to cross the finish line here.
Look like Doug Hevron up on the high side. Now have to duck it back down into the low line, and that's going to move him back into fifth position after restarting sixth on that. So good job by him getting that thing up to fifth. He does get past Matt Smith. All right, let's go back and check on Gerald Carroll, now back in 12th position in the number 84. Having a good day out here. LG Whaley right on his back bumper. A couple of the trucks stuck up on the high side here that can't get back down. It looks like one of them there, the 65 of Eddie Asaf. And the 77. Looks like the 77 of Michael Martin. Those two up on the high side can't get back down to the low side, but they seem to be holding pretty good.
Yeah, they look like they're holding their line pretty good, Rudy. So it shouldn't be no issue right now. Did some of these guys pit in here and get some fresh tires, or some of these stay out, Rudy?
Pardon me?
Did some stay out, or did some go in and get some fresh tires?
No, all these guys stayed out. The only one that pitted again was Gerald Carroll and LG Whaley. They pitted, of this front, like the front 15. I guess they wanted to get some fresh tires. So
somebody's out there running that John Deere truck, 52 there. Who is it, 52? Nice looking truck.
52?
Ooh. Yeah.
That would be Brent Lay.
Nice looking truck.
Yes, it is. I like that. I like it a lot.
Oh, you're a John Deere man.
Yes, sir. Nothing like a good old Johnny Popper. Oh, we got one into the wall. The 65 of Eddie Asaf hard up into the wall, trying to get it back down and get it off of the track. Does a good job of it. It looked like he just got loose coming through the tri-oval. Let's go back here and take a look at it.
No, he parks his truck.
Coming through the tri-oval here, it looks like a little bit of net coating there or something, and he hit the wall pretty hard. So Eddie Asaf definitely in trouble, and he takes his truck behind the pit wall. We've got a new leader out front, Travis Townsend. No surprise there.
No, not at all, Rudy. Gonna work those fresh tires.
Doug Hevron up to fourth, right behind Gary Lowe, but taking a peek on the inside. They can't get her done.
Oh, the 84 was scratching a wall there on the backstretch.
Yeah, he's riding up there pretty high. A lot of these guys have went by him on the inside. And, yeah, he's definitely riding the wall. Clear back into 18th place now.
I'll keep my eye on him, Bruce. Make sure he's all right.
Alan McEwen now running in the 16th spot. And the number 28. I like that truck too. Bass Pro tracker truck. Awesome truck.
Yeah, it sure is, Rudy.
Big old trout, or not a trout, big old bass on the hood. Trout, yeah. Put a trout on a bass tracker. Okay.
Yeah, the bass tracker, yeah.
All right, Dave Swindell now up to the 9th place. Starting to move up through the field. Started 15th, got tangled up in that wreck earlier. And here he is back up to 9th. Got a fresh truck. And it looks like he may be taking a peek there on the inside of Frank G. But not this time. Robert Falzine running in 7th. All these trucks nose to tail. Look at this, Ed. Man, this is just a sight of beauty right there. All them trucks just nose to tail running.
Oh, it sure is, really. I think they got their stuff together now, and they look like they're just having some fun out there right now.
Couple more laps and we're going to be at the halfway mark already.
Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah. They ain't even been racing for an hour yet. And they're already almost halfway.
Oh, who was that up there front? Gonna scratch the wall.
I didn't see it.
Oh, there it is. 28. 28 got wrecked. All by himself, I hope.
Oh, yes, Alan McEwen. Okay, let's go back here and we'll take a look at that. All right, coming out of turn 2 here. Looks like he might have had a little bit of a tap up the hill by the 66 right there. He just barely taps the wall though, and I don't think that's where it brought it out. 66 comes back up close to him again. 66, I think that's Tom Hevron. Tom Hevron getting into him, and it looks like tapping him again. He did it in turn 1, and he did it again in turn 3. So that bringing out the caution. I would say probably Tom Hevron there in the 66. I think that's who yeah, Tom Hevron. Bringing out the caution.
It looks like that was like he came down a little bit and the other driver came up a little bit, Rudy, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I'd say.
I think that's just nothing but a race incident right there.
All of our leaders and everybody down on pit road. Jason Beach, our pole sitter, doing a 4-tire change. It looks like everybody took 4 tires that time, Ed. Our leader going to be Travis Townsend when they get all done with their pit stops.
Yeah, 10-4.
So this is a good news for some of these guys. They get their trucks fixed up and get back out there. It looks like Eddie Asaf has taken his truck behind the wall, and so did Joe Fisher. So unfortunate for Joe there in the number 56 getting taken out of the race. All right, if any of you viewers got a favorite driver out there, now's the time to pick one. See if your favorite driver can bring this thing into victory lane. Ed and I picked ours. Ed picked, who'd you pick? Tom Hevron, and I picked Tommy Lee.
Yep, Tom Hebron's running in 12th spot, and Tommy Lee, let me hang on, I'm doing backups right now.
He's doing second. He's in second right now.
Okay, second place, yep.
So, all right. Good deal. It looks like Michael Martin is going to be at the rear of the field in the 27th position. He's about 4 laps down, though, and it's kind of that's going to be a little rough for him to try to come back from. But I believe he does get one of his laps back on that. So, being as he is the only one, and he laps down.
I showed Joe Fisher a lap down, but I don't see him on the track.
No, he's taking his truck behind the wall.
Okay, brother.
So, 25 trucks still on the lead lap, Ed.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Out of 26 that are running. Yep, that's pretty awesome. And this, I believe, is the 3rd caution of the day. We've had 2 lead changes, 3 leaders. Tommy Lee led 23 laps. Jason Beach led 18 laps. And now Travis Townsend's led 8, coming to 9 laps.
Oh, love the lead changes.
And we are at the halfway mark right now.
Awesome job from these guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, the lights go off on the pace car. Everybody doubling back up here again. We're going to get ready to restart this thing and get it underway. Green flag laps here, and hopefully we'll see another long green flag run by these guys. Ed, you want to call this down for me, please?
I got you covered, brother. I'm always looking. Pace car ducks in one more time, Rudy. Green flag waves one more time, Rudy. Boogity, boogity, boogie, guys. Let's go racing.
All right, looks like Travis and Tommy gonna go side by side here for a couple laps. Tommy's saying, nah, I'm not gonna be able to do it up here by myself. Gary Lowe tucking it right up underneath Travis Townsend now. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Alcina.
Alcina, yeah.
My bad. I don't know why I was thinking Gary Lowe. Travis already starting to make a little bit of ground here to pull away from Alcina, but not going to work this time. These guys hanging right on every move that he makes, and that's what it's going to take here. We've got 2 wide going on in the back. A lot of racers even 3 wide. It looks like LG Whaley and a bunch of guys back there were looking like they were going to go 3 wide.
Boy, we got a lap car coming up here, Rudy, going into turn 1. These drivers get up on that high side. Before Rudy, they made it around them.
Yes, sir. Good deal. All right, looking here ahead from Alcina, trying to hang on to Travis Townsend. Tommy Lee, they're in 3rd. Matt Smith 4th, and Dave Swindell up to the 5th position now. Followed by Derek Cormier in 6th. And we got more side-by-side going on in the back here. It looks like LG Whaley going to be stuck up on that high side, running in the 8th place. Getting passed up by Robert Felzine in the number 4.
Oh, wow, good racing, Rudy.
Yeah, this is good racing right here. And LG Whaley hangs on to that position. Robert ducks it back in behind him. More side-by-side racing. Always seems like, oh, we got a couple of them tangled up back there. It looks like Gerald Livingston going to be involved in that. So let's go back and take a look at that. Bringing out the caution here again. Not sure exactly what happened there. If somebody misread something. It looked like he was coming up on Aaron Reeder on the front.
The 3. The 3 gets into the 60.
60 kind of goes down underneath them here going into 1. And the 3 just loses it and comes right down into the 60. So Aaron Reeder bringing out the caution here. Believe the 4th caution of the day. So let's see if all the leaders come down pit road again here. I kind of doubt we're going to see the leaders come down. I think they're going to stay out. Oh, 85 there of Alcina does come down pit road. Alcina coming to a stop in his pit stall. He started on the outside pole. It looks like he's going to do right side tires going on. Left side tires going, so a 4-tire pit change for Alcina. All right, Ed. So what started out to be an uneventful race has turned into a very eventful race.
You said it, Rudy. You forgot to knock on the wood.
Yeah, I did. I forgot. I'll knock on the wood now, so we'll see if that'll help these guys. 4th caution of the day here. 4 lead changes so far in the race.
So we bring up at that halfway point. We travel 7 laps, and we bring another caution.
Yep. It looks like Al McEwen may have taken his car behind pit road, the number 28. Not showing him on the track. So we've got a couple more. Let's see. Tom Serrato now going to be showed as 3 laps down. Michael Martin as 4 laps down. Michael Martin on pit road. It looks like Tom Serrato does get one of his laps back. He's going around here to try to get caught back up to the rear of the field. All right, so pretty good race. Just we've seen a couple extra cautions here lately. Maybe these guys will finally get it collected in here a little bit better and start putting in some more green flag laps to get this run down here. Crossing the line is going to put them 41 laps to go. So here we are going to be at lap 60.
So Alcina had a pit. He was rolling in. I think Alcina was rolling in second there, Rudy, and now he's going to show up in 16th, crossing the line.
Yeah.
After that pit stop.
Yeah.
He'll have fresher tires. If you can get that the 85 back up toward the front, Rudy.
Yeah, it'd be great to see him back up there. He's definitely a good racer and likes to be up here in the front and tangle with these leaders. And I'm not sure, that might have been looked like Tommy Lee kind of gave him the old fake job going down pit road and pulled back out just at the last second, and Al may not have been able to. He might have been inside that commitment cone and couldn't pull it back out. So he figured, well, as long as I'm on pit road, I might as well take 4 tires.
Yeah, exactly, Rudy. We'll have to look out for him and see where it ends up there.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and call this one down, Ed, and we get this thing
Okay.
back underway.
Sounds good, my buddy. Got a lot of cars here sitting back here, Rudy. I don't know why. What's going on here? Maybe they'll tighten it up, I hope.
All right, pace car ducks off. Travis brings them to the line. Tommy Lee on his outside. Green flag flies, and here we go, off and running. Tommy Lee got a great restart on that, trying to get his nose up in front of Travis Townsend, but I just don't see it working up on that high side. Tommy Lee going to have to duck it back down to the inside or lose that position, so good job by Tommy Lee. Dave Swindell now stuck up on the high side as Gary Lowe gets a run. Looks like maybe coming to the line, Gary Lowe may have that position from Dave Swindell, even if it is temporarily. It looks like maybe he is going to clear him now, but Dave Swindell stuck up there, still can't get down as LG Whaley got his nose up under there as well. And that's just going to bring a bunch of them up through. It looks like Robert Felzine may be able to get up there and stick his nose under him as well. Now if Dave Swindell could get down, he could protect that position. Not going to happen right now. Tommy Lee, our new leader, takes over the lead once again from Travis Townsend. Matt Smith up in third. First time we've seen him up this high. He did start fourth, but went way back through the field. And now here he is running back up in the third spot. And Ed, we're going to have, if there is another caution, which I hope there's not, for these guys' sake, but we'll have to get down there and maybe see if we can't get a word in with Matt Smith.
Yeah, sure thing, Rudy.
I'd like to talk to him and ask him, how his race has been going for him, because, like I said, he went backwards, and here he is running back up in the front again.
We got a wreck.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it looks like the 91.
60.
91 doing something here. Kevin Baker.
Oh.
Taking a look here now. Turn one. Looks like Christopher Perryman got into the side of him just a little, but that's not what started it. Everybody come out of that okay. And then Kevin Baker takes it way down low here. Oh, and it looks like the one right ahead of him there. Okay. Yeah, Kevin Baker looked like he come down the hill and lost it right there. Got into the side of somebody. I didn't see who that was, but going to collect a lot of trucks into that one.
Yeah, the 26, he gets into the 26 there, Rudy,
Okay.
and oh boy, then loses. Yeah, I don't know how he come up on that high side and just dropped it right in there like that, and then lost control of it.
Yeah, the 26 of Jason Beach, that was our pole setter. So
It sure was. Yeah, drove it right down in front of him like that, and then lost control. He tried, looked like he tried to save to get away from that driver, but boy, that was a mayhem there going on.
yes, sir. All right. Well, none of our leaders have pitted, and looks like a bunch of them staying out right now. I believe they could. No, they can't make it. They can't make it. It would really be pushing it close right now to make it the rest of the way without stopping for fuel one more time. So, but anyhow, let's get down here and get a word in with Matt Smith running in the third spot.
Sounds good, Rudy.
Matt Smith, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy.
Well, Matt, you started fourth. You kind of got shuffled back a little ways. You got it back up to third. Do you got anything for those two up ahead of you, or are you just going to kind of play it cool till the end of the race?
I'm just kind of playing it cool, you know. I'm kind of new out here. I like to go in straight lines, so I have a hard time turning left. But, you know, I'm just running good, and just we'll see what happens here.
Well, we've seen some pretty good racing by these guys up in the front here. You seem to be hanging in there quite well. You've got a few tough guys right behind you there, LG Whaley and Dave Swindell, and we'll have to see how that's going to all play out for you. But good luck out there today, and hope to see you in victory lane maybe.
10-4, thank you.
All right. Going to kind of play it cool for right now, Ed, and see how this is going to all shake out for him. So,
Yeah, he did the right call there, Rudy. Just save his tires and just ride in line. That's all you can do here at Atlanta.
Yep. Well, looks like we've got a couple more guys that have taken their cars behind pit road. Kevin Baker and Gerald Livingston. Both of those that got caught up in that wreck.
That's too bad about some of those drivers. They get caught up in some of this stuff.
Yeah, the 91 and the 60 there. Gerald's been caught up in a couple of these, and man, I don't know. Even though I think they've got 3 resets. They used to have 4, and they've got it down to 3 now. And I think they've even been discussing maybe dropping it down further.
Wow, Rudy.
So.
Oh, we're going to be doing the same thing, Rudy. Next season, we're not going to do no resets. The driver's going to have all the respect for each one out there. If something happens to your truck, it'll be all up to your pit crew to fix you up.
There you go. All right, everybody doubled up here, and Ed, call this down for me, buddy.
You got it, buddy.
Tommy Lee bringing them around. He's starting green flag here on lap 69. So 32 laps to go to finish this thing up.
It seems like it takes forever, doesn't it, really? Wait for that pace car, that duck in.
Yeah. Pick Tom Hevron. He's running in the 6th spot. And what we'll do is we're going to ride along with him on the roof cam.
Down forward, the Route 66 truck. Pace car rolls in, Rudy. Green flag drops. Boogity, boogie, boogie, guys. Let's go racing for one more time.
Dave Swindell getting a very good start coming up on the inside of LG Whaley. And Doug Hevron right there with them. Tom Everon kind of getting back. He's stuck up on this high side as well as Travis Townsend and LG Whaley. And it looks like Matt Smith may have a nose up under Travis. They get a little loose coming into turn 3. Side by side down the front stretch here. Great racing going on. These guys really putting on a good show here. I love it. Oh, we got one. Matt Smith off the pace.
Oh, the 99. The 99 would start that mess. Still green?
Yeah.
Still green.
Nope.
It's out now.
Yellow's out now.
I'm going to call that on the 99, Rudy. LG Whaley got a little loose there.
All right, well, we're going to go back and take a look at this from, how about if we take a look from Dave Swindell now? We're going to go back and take a look at it from Tom Heveron here. We'll go back and watch this as it all unfolds. Yeah, looks like Matt Smith caught that apron. That's what started it and brings Dave Swindell into it. We didn't quite go back far enough, so I'm going to go back to let's go back to Dave Swindell because it happened like right in front of him. Just getting up to speed now. We're about a lap from where this is actually going to happen, but these guys, there we see them. 99 coming down into the 07 there, excuse me, Matt Smith. LG Whaley coming up on the high side again. Almost gets into Dave Swindell. Taps the back end of the 07. And that's what's bringing out the caution right there. He taps the 07 in the rear. Dang, I just got done talking to Matt Smith. I wish I would have never talked to him now. Might have brought him some bad luck. Dang. All right, let's get back up here live. Looks like Dave Swindell maybe has taken his car behind pit road. He may have had to tow on that. I'm not sure. A lot of damage to a lot of trucks out here. All right, a few more have taken, looks like they've taken their cars behind pit wall as well. Al Cena, Dave Swindell, Michael Martin. So guys are dropping out of here. I'm not sure why. Got a lot of resets, so. But maybe we'll see them get back out there. They may be towing right now. And all right, so Tommy Lee out in the lead again. Travis Townsend in second. Tommy Heveron going to be third.
We talked about that, Rudy. Look at our mid-hour.
Yeah. Matt Smith didn't really take any damage on that. Might have got a little heat in them tires, but staying out there as well. Doug Heveron going to be in fifth. And Derek Cormier going to be in sixth. Jason Beach, our pole sitter, in seventh. Frank G there in eighth. LG Whaley ninth. Running out your top 10. David Bowden. We haven't talked to David or talked much about David Bowden today, and here he is running in the top 10. Good job for him to keep that thing out here and keep it clean.
Yeah, it sure is, Rudy. You look like no dents on that truck.
Well, that's what it's going to take to get this, get these drivers to the end. Is keeping that truck as clean as you can keep it. Just most important thing you got to think about when you're out there. Don't crinkle up them fenders.
Yeah, because once that happens, if you scrape the wall or just touch somebody, and boy, it can make a bad race for you because now you lose speed off the truck. The aerodynamics this truck needs, especially any super speedway. I call it a super speedway because that's what it reminds me of Atlanta. It's a big track. It's not a short track, and you need aerodynamics, even the draft with your driver in front of you or the driver in back of you, Rudy.
All right, we're going to get this thing back underway again here in a minute. The lights are off on the pace car. Everybody going to start getting doubled up here, and coming to the line, going to be 26 laps to go to finish this thing up. 6 cautions, 7 lead changes is what we've had. So I don't think these guys are going to be very happy with that, about 6 cautions, but it's been kind of, we've seen a couple self spins, and the rest of it's kind of been silly stuff, Ed.
Yeah, it sure has, Rudy. We have like almost 20, I think we have 25 laps to go here, Rudy, once we hit the green here.
All right, Aaron Reeder going to be starting dead last in the field. Everybody that's still on the track is still on the lead lap. We've got a couple that have taken their cars behind pit wall. Christopher Perryman, Alcina, Dave Swindell, Michael Martin, Kevin Baker, all these guys taking their cars behind pit wall.
Pace car ducks in, Rudy. Green flag drops. Here we go.
Oh, it looks like Tom Hevron did not get a good start on that and balled the field up, and they're going 3 wide. Jason Beach in the inside. Now they get settled back out, but oh man, Tom Hevron did not get a good start. I don't know if he missed a gear or was sleeping on the start or what happened. Wow, he balled the field right up on that restart.
I don't know what happened to Dave Hevron there. He looked like he missed a shift there or something, and boy, he backed the field up good time.
All right, we got a new leader out front again, Travis Townsend. He passes Tommy Lee. These guys have been switching back and forth for the lead for quite a few laps now. Matt Smith back up to the 4th position as Derek Cormier moves into 3rd. Right behind Matt Smith, yep. Frank G. And then Jason Beach now up to 6th. So these guys... Jason Beach coming out of that after being a little loose on that last one, that last restart. And here he is back up running in 6th. Kirk Fielder got a lot of damage on the nose of that number 54. Man, has he got a lot of damage on the front of that. You see that, Ed?
Yes, I did, Rudy.
I don't know how he's running as good as he is, but man, he has got a ton of damage on that thing. That definitely affects not just the aerodynamics, but it affects the handling of these things, tremendously.
Oh, it sure does, Rudy. It can also mess with the handling. It can mess with the some of the air going in the front of these trucks. It does a lot of different things that can happen. You get to watch that water temperature, watch the oil temperature, and make sure that thing don't blow up.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even think about that, overheating. Yeah, he will have to keep an eye on them temperatures. All right, but it's a great race going on up in the front here. Tommy Lee trying to hang on to Travis Townsend, and they're coming up on, it looks like Tom Serrato being lapped at the tail end of the lead lap, but he's just ahead of the leaders, and they are coming up on him like a freight train.
They sure are. The lap car keeps it high, Rudy. That's all we care about.
Yeah, and it looks like he is going to stay high and lets the leaders go on by. So, good job, Tom.
Good job, buddy.
That's the kind of respect that you like to see out there on the track. When you're not as fast. He's got a lot of damage on that truck, and just kind of take it easy.
Well, we got a truck going for the lead up here, Rudy.
Yes, sir. Tommy Lee rolling back up into the lead and pulling the 03 of Derek Cormier with them. Travis going to lose.
He dropped that. Cormier dropped that thing really low there. I thought he was going to fall through there, but Travis just looks like he's going to follow Cormier right through there.
Yes, he is. Now they've got Tommy Lee stuck up on the high side. Not the place where he wants to be.
Up and dry right there.
Looking ahead here from Frank G's truck. Pizza Sam's of Battle Creek. Wow, right on the, that's on the back of
Tommy Lee gave him a little bump there, but he saved it. What a save he made. Corey made an awesome save there. Oh, a little bumping banging on. We got going a little bumping banging. There it is, right there. 38 gets into.
Looks like Kurt Fielder into that. Let's go
Yep,
back.
the 38 and a 54.
We'll go back and take a look at that here in just a minute. And we're going to go back and take a look at that Derek Cormier incident there with, oh yeah, I see this. Well, this is pretty wicked, coming up on 3 wide. And that's what happened to Kirk Fielder right there. He kind of was trying to stay off of Derek Cormier. We're going to go back here and take a look at Derek Cormier. To see that little incident that happened between him and Tommy Lee.
Wow, you just missed it, man. The 22 just bounced off the wall on the caution here. I gotta go back and look at that. Wow, he hit a hard hit.
Tommy Lee really putting the pressure on Derek. And it looks like pushing him right out of the way. Oh, wow. That kind of wasn't very cool, but racing's racing, I guess.
Watch the 22, Rudy, on the caution. We're at lap 84 here.
Let me find him.
Doug Hebron.
Under caution, you say?
Yes.
All right.
Like he really hits the wall. I don't know what happened. Steering let loose or something. Like his truck turned right turn, Clyde.
Well, you know, we don't know what happens in cases like this that, you know, I mean, I've heard many excuses. And, you know, I've heard from cats jumping up in front of their screen and they couldn't see, to their wheel come unplugged, or, you know, you just never know, you know.
I know, man. All of a sudden he's right. Yeah, he just run to that bit of wide. All of a sudden, he like a right turn, Clyde.
Wow. So he looked like he had to use a reset.
Yeah, he sure did. It looks good now. His truck looks awesome.
So I believe that really wasn't Tommy Lee's fault for bringing the caution out, because that wasn't what it was way back in the field further there. Kirk Fielder getting put up into the wall. So down to 17 trucks left on the track right now. Travis Townsend leads them. And it looks like Tommy Lee may have made a pit stop. I think that's why he's back into 9th place now. It looks like a lot of the guys from him on back have made their pit stops and got back out. 4 fresh tires. 15 laps to go, coming to 14. So not many laps to go here, Ed, to get this thing finished up. But
no, it sure ain't really. It could be anybody's ball game here at this point at 15 laps to go. we'll see what happens, Rudy.
And that may have been a good call for them guys in the back to take fresh tires like that and get up here and mount a challenge with these guys with older tires, you know. Have to give themselves a lap or two to get the heat built up into them. And they could be up here challenging these leaders in about maybe 5 to 8 laps.
Now, did Tommy Lee pit with that Chevron? Yeah, those guys will move up towards the front. These guys on older tires, I'm looking for these drivers in the back here pull up to the front.
Yeah. Well, your guy there, Tom Hevron, going to be restarting in the 5th spot, Ed. So pretty good. Jason.
Yeah. Well, he was up there towards the front there in 3rd spot there, but when I think it was Doug Hevron there made that move there. I don't know what happened. He missed a shift there, and he got caught up in that. And he went way back there, almost in the 8th or 9th spot there, and this caution put him back up in the 5th spot. Really, so we'll see what happens there.
Absolutely. Well, Ed, I'll go ahead and call this one down as they're getting ready to come around here to take the green flag. And hopefully,
sounds
maybe
good, Rudy.
This will be the last one of the day.
I hope so, brother. Keep your fingers crossed.
All right, pace car ducks off. Travis brings them to the line. Green flag is out, and here we go, back to green flag racing. It looks like Jason Beach gets a pretty good start on the outside, but not enough for Travis Townsend. He is going to either have to follow down in behind, but he can't get down on the low side just yet. And it looks like we've got Frank G right there in the number 13 taking over the 2nd spot. Tom Hevron moving up to the inside and is going to take that spot away from Jason Beach. So Jason Beach going back to 4th real quick. Derek Cormier back up there in the mix of things, running in 5th. Robert Felzine with a lot of damage on the front of that number 4 truck, running in the 7th position. All right, we're going to try to stay up here on the front. Frank G going to try to put some pressure on Travis Townsend. Coming to the line, they got 11 laps to go here to decide this.
Looks like they're starting to crank it up now, Rudy.
Oh, yeah. And this is
watching
when,
Doug Hevron, boy, he's on a move right now.
This is when we see a lot of guys making mistakes right now because we're pushing these things to the edge. And when you push it over that edge, you're going to see spins, you're going to see bumps and bangs, people getting put into the wall. Trying to stay focused on some of these leaders up in the front right now. Tommy Lee back here in the 8th position. Hasn't been able to really get caught back up to the front. Now he's on the inside of the 22, Doug Hevron.
Oh, he sure is. I don't know. I think the car in front of him, he's going along pretty good, but what Doug should have done is gone on that low side. He probably would have been all right.
Yeah, he left that door open, and Tommy Lee stuck that nose in there, and now he is pushing the 07 right there of Matt Smith. And it looks like they get by Doug Hevron safely. Excuse me. Now they're setting their sights on the leaders up front. And we've got a great battle going on up here, side by side. Derek Cormier and the 26 of Jason Beach, and Jason going to take that position away from Derek. Derek not giving up without a fight. And Jason Beach, our pole setter, does take that position, though. Finally finishes the pass on it. And now he's trying to work with Tom Hevron as those two start drafting down the front or the back stretch. Excuse me. And they need to get caught back up here to Frank G. Frank G running in 2nd. And he's trying to hang on to the back bumper of Travis Townsend, our leader. So great racing going on up in the front of the pack right now. As you see these guys, everybody jumbling for position behind them. And it looks like the biggest loser on that was Robert Felzine. Fell clear back to 11th position on that restart. So too bad for him. He's got a lot of nose damage on that thing, but man, that's a shame. Looks like Tom Serrato way back in 17th. Now he's fallen 7.6 seconds behind our leader. All right, Frank G just 0.3 of a second behind Travis Townsend, but the battle going on back here is 3rd, 4th, 5th. These guys all battling. Oh, we got one off it. Where the heck was that?
That was Tommy Lee in the 22. 22 come down. Oh, the 22 almost made another call there.
Let's go back and take a look at this. Tommy Lee comes up on the 22. Not sure exactly here. Trying to find it. It was coming into the turn. Okay, right there. It looked like he got hooked on the back bumper of the 22 of Doug Hevron.
Yeah, it sure did, really. That's a tough call right there when they're both doing that same line right there.
Sure was. All right, our leader Travis Townsend still up here with Frank G in tow. 3 laps to go. Caution.
Ooh, we got a caution.
That's
oh my
going to
God,
be the end
really?
of it.
That's awful.
It looks like Aaron Reeder again involved. Gosh, I think that's about 4 wrecks that he's been involved with today. Let's take a look here. Check out and see exactly what happened. I think there might have been a little bit of blocking going on up here or something. I'm not really sure. It looked like he had to go clear down on the white line to try to get by the 31. Takes it across the grass and right back up onto the track and hits the 31. The 31 of J. Paul Jones. So both of them going for a ride out across the grass, back up onto the track. And that's going to bring out that last caution of the day. And Ed, I believe that's going to be the race.
I think so, Rudy.
So it looks like Travis Townsend is going to be our winner. I'm not going to say that officially yet, but crossing the line, they're going to get the white flag here, and that means that they will not get back underway. All right, so Travis Townsend going to be our winner. So let's take a look real quick here while they're coming around to take their last lap. 8 cautions, 11 different lead changes, and we only had 4 leaders. Tommy Lee led 39 laps. Travis Townsend led 41. Jason Beach led 18, and Derek Cormier led 1. So, all right. Looks like Doug Hevron and Aaron Reeder also took their cars behind pit road, and it looks like we're only going to have 15 cars going to finish this race, all on the lead lap. All right, so good job by these guys as Travis Townsend brings it around. Going to be our winner here today. Congratulations to Travis. Good racing out there. Kept that thing out front all day and kept it clean. No bumping and banging going on by him. And Travis Townsend brings it to the line to take the win here at Atlanta, 100 laps. Congratulations goes to Travis.
It sure does, Rudy. I want to thank all these drivers out there tonight and running Atlanta. Awesome job. Most of these drivers out here just stayed out of trouble and got the job done. Finished where they're going to finish. And congratulations there, Travis. Awesome job keeping that truck clean.
All right, well, let's see if we can get down here and get a word in with Travis. Everybody probably going to give him a little congratulatory we're going to stop it right there. It looks like a great shot. All right, let's see if we can get down here and get a word in with him. Travis Townsend, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Great job there today, Travis. Congratulations on your win here at Atlanta. Great race. It looked like a lot of fun. You kept your truck out front, kept it clean all the way. A little bit of shuffling around. You and Tommy Lee and Frank G and them guys all battling for the win. And you bring it home in victory lane today. Tell us about your race there, buddy.
Yeah, Rudy, it started out real good there. We had a lot of green flag laps. I was hoping it was going to stay green, but with those cautions, seems like cautions breed more cautions there down the stretch. So it's kind of the same deal as a couple weeks ago at Charlotte. I just stayed out and tried to manage my tires, and was able to keep it out front. And I'd have probably been in trouble if we'd had a long green flag run, but with those short runs, the tires held up.
Yeah, you're right. Cautions do breed cautions. We've seen a lot of slips and a lot, people slipping and sliding here and there and bumping into each other and bringing out the cautions. But great race overall. You got anybody that you'd like to say hello to or thank you to?
Thank you all over at MaxSpeed once again for putting on the broadcast. As I always said before, I enjoy going back and watching it, seeing what all happened everywhere else in the pack. Thank everybody else up front for racing good and clean. I don't think I ever touched a fender with anybody. So overall, for the most part, what I saw, it was a good race and a lot of fun.
All right, Travis. Well, great job out there today, bringing home into victory lane. Congratulations, buddy. Good job. All right, Ed.
Hey, okay, let me go. Sorry, Rudy, you're on the button. Hang on.
Hey, Frank G there. You got a copy of this yet up in the booth?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Ed?
Hey, not too bad there, Frank. Man, you got an awesome race there, buddy. You're up there, up in second spot there. Didn't know if you had enough there to get the job done. We didn't want the caution come out, but it is what it is, man. You were following Travis there. Congratulating there, Travis, to you. Great run there, Frank. You want to tell us a little bit about the racing tonight?
Well, it was pretty tough out there. I had a good truck all night, just couldn't use it for a lot of the race. Finally got a chance at the end to let it unwind a little bit. More yellows than I'd like to see, as, it seems to be a problem that we're working through, but you just make the best of it and do the best you can, and there was a lot of hard racing. You didn't really have the opportunity to try and take care of your tires because everybody was running so darn hard. You'd end up losing a draft, and then you were a dead duck. But glad to finish where we did. Like to thank you guys and everybody in the old farts.
Congratulations there again, Frank. Awesome job pulling second spot here at Atlanta. 100 laps. All the drivers, we had some mishands on the track. And all in all, man, it was just a good, outstanding good race. We rode another green flag there for, 28 laps, 26 laps. That was an awesome run you guys did there. Anyways, congratulations again, Frank, and great job.
Thank you.
Okay, Rudy.
Tom Heveron, this is Rudy Cummings up in the booth. You got a copy?
I'm for Rudy.
Tom, you were Ed's pick to win this today. If that caution wouldn't have come out, you think he could have brought it into victory lane?
Well, I stayed out longer than most, so I pretty much used it up. And then Jason was racing me pretty hard, so I don't know if I could keep up with those guys at the end. But overall, I ran good all day, and I had to come from the back to the front twice, and I had a good day actually by the end of it.
Well, it looked like a lot of fun, and you guys definitely were racing hard out there, and I think everybody pretty much used up their stuff coming down to the end of this. But again, congratulations on your third place finish today. And you got anybody you'd like to give a special shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank the L5s for putting on the league. It's been a great time. I've had fun, and I appreciate Rudy, you, and the team doing the TV. It's a great thing, and thanks to all the competitors. It was a lot of fun out there today.
All right, Tom. Well, congratulations again on your third place finish. Great race out there, and great race by everybody. A lot of good racing, pack racing, side by side. We've seen a lot of it. Everything that that could happen today, I think it did happen. So, but all in all, a pretty exciting race, and that'll do it for us here. And thank you guys for a good race, putting on a good show. All right, Ed, let's do a rundown here real quick of the results. Travis Townsend, of course, bringing home our win here today. Frank G. in second. Tom Heveron in third. Jason Beach fourth. Derek Cormier fifth. David Bowden, good finish for David. They're finishing in the sixth spot. Gary Lowe kind of got mired back in the field and really never could get back up toward the front again. Finishing in seventh. Robert Felzine, good finish for him. A lot of damage on that truck, but bringing it home eighth today. A great job. Matt Smith was up there, and we talked to him. He said that he was going to have thought he had a pretty good chance of winning it. And here he got finished back in ninth spot. R.W. Ziegler in 10th. Gerald Carroll in 11th. J. Paul Jones, good finish for J. Paul. They're finishing in 12th. Brent Lay in 13th. Tommy Lee finishing 14th after that mishap there with just a few to go, and got him back into the 14th place. Tom Serrato 15th. Aaron Reeder 16th. Doug Heveron in 17th. Kirk Fielder 18th. LG Whaley 19th. Christopher Perryman rounding out the top 20. Al Cena 21st. Dave Swindell 22nd. Michael Martin 23rd. Gerald Livingston 24th, Kevin Baker 25th, Alan McEwen 26th, Joe Fisher 27th, Eddie Asaf 28th, Wayne Finley 29th, and Lloyd Jones 30th. I believe that was the tail end of the field. Yes, it was. All right, so, but anyhow, congratulations to our winner, Travis Townsend, out there. Ed, any last-minute thoughts on this race today? Ed?
Yes, up, Rudy.
Any last-minute thoughts on the race today?
Yeah, sorry about that, Rudy. Yeah, I was just thinking there for a minute. I was listening to you do the rundown there, and I kind of got lost, Rudy, there for a minute. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, Rudy, awesome race today, Atlanta. They did 100 laps. Yeah, we had a few cautions, Rudy, but all in all, Atlanta, it's a really, really tough track. Not tough enough, though, for me or you or some of the other drivers, but some drivers cannot drive it. Some drivers get loose. That's what happens at Atlanta. If you're not watching what you're doing, that's what can happen. You either get into somebody, drift up, or south spins. I see a couple south spins tonight. And all in all, Rudy, I thought it was an awesome race, and I just couldn't believe it. We have some good drivers over here, Rudy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we've seen these guys here, top shelf drivers, and I think when they get the seasons cleaned up here, this is going to be probably one of the top leagues in iRacing. They're definitely making strides of improvements that we've seen a lot of it today out here. Front part of this pack being very competitive. The competitiveness here is just, it's off the shelf, man. It's just amazing, the competitiveness here. These guys push these vehicles to the edge and sometimes over the edge, and that's what we see. You know, the guys trying to push it and push it too hard, and that's when the contacts happen, the wrecks happen. And we've seen a few times of that today, but for the most part, a great race put on by these guys today. And again, congratulations to our winner, Travis Townsend, bringing home here at Atlanta 100 laps for the Old Farts League. And thanks for watching us here at MaxSpeedTV, and we will see you tomorrow night for the Maximum Speed Racing League race, Trucks at Watkins Glen. Thanks for tuning in.